What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and for today I wanted to share some gameplay with you guys using Iron Man in his new Infinity War uniform, one that I decided to pick up right out the gate for update 4.0, simply because in my time playing this game I've always had an issue where I really couldn't get as much as I wanted to get out of Iron Man, and I feel like this uniform was the way to actually ensure that I can get some more stuff done with him. And honestly, over the past few days of playing with him, I can definitely tell you guys that this uniform is most definitely the best uniform I've ever had for Iron Man. I currently have 3 out of the 4. I don't have Civil War, so I can't speak too much on how good this uniform is in terms of DPS. But what I can tell you guys is if you have this uniform, when you pick up this one, you're trading 2 iframes for more damage, okay? In this uniform, I can honestly tell you guys without a shadow of a doubt, Iron Man's DPS is significantly superior to any of the previous uniforms, especially on his new 5 skill. This thing can actually one-shot a lot, and I mean a lot of characters if you line it up properly with a damage proc. That is insane. Shadowland, he's going to become significantly better than he's ever been. World Boss, he's going to be amazing there, normal version at the very least, and I'll talk to you guys about why he's not really going to do too well in Ultimate in a second. And he can most definitely, as of right now, complete ABX, something that I struggled with him to do before. Those game modes, he's going to do amazing. PvP, he's not going to have a place there. He's not going to become the new meta, or at least not in my opinion, and I'll talk to you guys about that as well. So what it is you're getting with this uniform is just more DPS. You're trading, however, survivability to do so, because you're downgrading from having 3 iframes in the Civil War uniform to only having 1 iframe, which is on the new 3 skill. Okay, in this game, I would say iframe is king, and then after that is pierce damage. And all you're really getting with this uniform is this amazing, like all of his skills are amazing looking, but this one has amazing damage. And after that, you really only have this 1 iframe to keep yourself alive, because while you're in this freaking skill right here, the entire 3 seconds of immunity that he's getting right here is going to be eaten up by the skill. At most, if you have really high attack speed, you get like 1 second of immunity out of it, but that's not really going to do too much for you. I really feel like they need to go back and increase this 3 seconds to 5 seconds. That way you can actually use the jet mode skill a little bit more safely, because this skill has no form of protection outside of stuff like Shadowland. It can actually lock down characters in Shadowland because it can stun lock and guard break them, but when you're taking him into World Boss mode, that's not gonna fly. Okay, so this skill is not really safe when it comes to World Boss mode, because he offers no protection whatsoever. His skills look really cool, and they have really good damage. He also has a new summon right here, but your survivability is going to be an issue for you if you're taking him into World Boss Ultimate, because of the fact that even though his uniform bonus is providing him with an HP shield, all of the new bosses are either going to have a way to pierce guards and everything, starting with Proxima, which as of right now, Proxima can pierce everything. And this shield, for the most part, in your fight with Proxima, she won't even bother touching the HP shield. She'll just go right for your HP bar. So this is not really going to help you there. And the same can be said for stuff like Timeline Battle. So right there, he's taking a big ding, and he really and truly needed to have more iframes in his kit with this uniform. He has a few skills where he's in the air and he's firing off attacks, so I feel like those should have been slight iframes to make up for the immunity being so short. But that's just my personal opinion, guys. His DPS is better because he's getting that bump to his 4-star passive, and this one just has ridiculous amount of DPS behind it. But I want to hear your thoughts, guys. I'll share some gameplay with you guys, but like I said, Iron Man is going to be only better in 3 game modes in my eyes. World Boss normal, he's going to be able to clear all of those without a shadow of a doubt. He's going to be able to do ABX, and he's most definitely going to be able to solo high levels in Shadowland. After that, we really have to wait and see what the other new World Boss bonuses look like. Any of them that doesn't have Pierce, Iron Man will do well against, but if they all have the ability to pierce, or if they're like Thanos where they can remove or debuff your guard, your HP shield that you're getting from the uniform bonus, no, Iron Man is not going to do well there. So although this uniform is definitely better than all of the other ones DPS wise, I really wish they had kept some of the iframes from the Civil War uniform. That's just my personal opinion. Still a superior uniform overall, because you can use the summons to draw attention, and a lot of his skills will actually lock down the enemy and suppress them. But if the enemies are like world boss level where they cannot be guard broken, yeah, sorry Iron Man, your DPS is just not going to be enough to cover up for your lack of survivability in all of the other game modes. That's just my opinion though. Let me know what you guys have found to be the case for you guys who are trying him personally. As for the details on mine, this is what he currently looks like. My Iron Man is not built that well yet, because when I started out this game and I found out he was not that good, I didn't want to invest too much in him. So now that I have a really good uniform for him, one that I'm actually going to rank up all the way to Mythic, I'll definitely be putting a lot more work into him in the future. As you can see though, I have 115 for attack speed, 67% for critical rate, 145 for critical damage, 41% for ignore defense, and 50% for reduced cooldown duration. As for his gears, I currently have no ooze on him, and the last one is actually rolled for skill cooldown. As for the skills, you guys already saw that. I generally just go something like 5 into 4, then I'll go into 3, and then 2, and then 1, and then go right back into 5. I try to use the 5 off cooldown for the immunity and for the damage, because that skill is nasty and it looks freaking amazing. As for the ISO set, I currently have Power Fang Rehulk, and as you can see right here, I have an all defense, crit rate, and a 100% damage proc. The uniform, as you can see, is at advanced, and I'll be eventually getting it to Mythic. So for this one, guys, I'm gonna show you guys how he performs in World Boss mode, and we'll put him up against Infinity Thanos and show you guys what happens in here, because his HP shield is actually going to get debuffed pretty consistently. But when it gets debuffed, it's not too bad, because it will refresh every 3 seconds and it will come back to being at full. The only downside with the guard, besides getting pierced, is that when you're taking damage and your shield gets depleted, it will actually start to regenerate from 0, and if you keep getting hit, it will not regenerate all the way to full, and you will not be that safe when you're in it. So that's what I don't like. I wish the uniform bonus, like the HP shield, would have just refreshed and automatically be back at 50%. That would have been amazing. So yeah, not gonna use any strikers here. Let's do this. Alright, so this should give you guys a good look at Iron Man's survivability, because Thanos has bleed damage, and on top of that, he can just straight up remove the guard whenever he feels like it. And you guys will see for yourself that even though I have those summons out, for some reason, they don't pull aggro. Or maybe it's just me. Alright, so my proc got wasted there, as well as my 4 skill. Like, he's in the air. I don't understand why those skills are not iframes. I feel like he still needs more. Okay, they need to do what they did for Punisher and revisit this and bring it up to a different level. The DPS is there, so it doesn't need that much work. One thing I have to say is I really love, okay, not sure how that hit me because I was ahead of it. But anyways, I really love the new mechanic on Iron Man's 3rd skill where you can control yourself while you're in an iframe. Like, that is one of the biggest pet peeves that I have. I don't know why the screen just went completely... Woo! Okay, calm down, calm down. Anyways, one of the biggest pet peeves I have with this game is that you'll be in an iframe, but the iframe will end so close to the boss that you'll go from being in the safest of position to being like completely dead. Yeah, completely dead. Anyways, you'll just go from being completely safe to just be dead because of where the iframe ends. But Oh, that's awesome. Black Widow, baby. I love you, girl. You're getting your uniform real soon. Anyways, you can go from being in an iframe, the safest thing you could potentially be in, and then because of where the iframe ends, you'll end up just dying. But with Iron Man's new third skill, which I think is an amazing mechanic that they should do more of in this game, you can actually just control yourself and determine where you end up at the end of the iframe. That is amazing. Okay, so that's all I have to share for this one, guys. Like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It seems as though they actually increased the amount of black antimatter and chaos normstone you actually now get from regular world boss mode, because before you couldn't get over 40, and I've been seeing over 40 even when I'm doing normal. But yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on Iron Man's new uniform and the new world boss system as a whole. Personally, I think they need to up the entries from 5 to maybe 7 or 8, because 5 is a little bit too low for me, okay? But that's it for this one. Peace.